Today we're making a smoked pork rib mac and cheese. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's talk about the ingredients for this one. Pretty simple. You need elbow macaroni or spirals or whatever your favorite pasta is. You're going to need some butter and flour for a nice roux and some shredded cheese. Use whatever you want. You can buy shredded cheese at the store, grate it yourself. We're using up a couple of different cheeses we had left over. We like cheddar. We like Monterey Jack in this. Mm-hmm. Oh, ribs.
Yeah, that's the main ingredient.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's this local barbecue place that he's from Texas and he makes really good Texas barbecue. So we got ribs from him the other day. I personally don't eat food that's more than 2 days old or whatever, but this is...
So Friday night, yeah. we got ribs. We're recording this on Sunday. It just means more for me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's just my personal preference. But these ribs, I will eat those a couple of days afterwards. But
we're doing this with baby back ribs that have been smoked and are really tender. You can do this with almost any kind of meat. I do like something that's got a little bit of fat in it, a little bit of flavor. So chopped brisket barbecue, ribs would be good. Sausage cut up really small would be good. Any of those kinds of things. So let us get the noodles started.
Yep. All right, our noodles are ready.
And now we're just going to go ahead and start prepping our roux. By the way, keep those in the pot, drain the water out of them, but keep them in the pot with the lid on. We want them to stay nice and warm, so they help make sure that this cheese sauce we make stays nice and melty. All right, we're going to melt this butter over the burner. We're going to start adding some flour for our roux. And we'll just start breaking up our butter. We'll whisk this up here in just a moment with the flour, but first we want to melt the butter. We're just taking some of these ribs and just heating them back up. All right, so we got our butter melted. We're just going to start sprinkling in our flour. You want about the same amount of flour as you have butter in here. So I have about a ½ pound of butter from one stick and just shy of a ½ pound of flour. Keep moving when you do this. You do not want to stop. Gonna get our ribs put right up here on our board. Woo-hoo-hoo, those look good. And for some extra goodness, pour whatever's left of that right in here.
Okay, maybe we won't do that.
Sometimes the idea is better than the execution. So we're just going to pour a little bit of milk in here so we get that nice and creamy.
Now once you get this to a good roux consistency, you just want to keep mixing it up till it's nice and creamy, and then go ahead and add in your shredded cheese. Sadly, we lost the footage of that part of it, so I'm just doing this little slow-mo while I'm telling you that we did add shredded cheese to this. You can actually see it's in there. It's a little bit oily. That's just from the cheddar, but you want to go ahead and mix that up real good. Let all that shredded cheese melt in there.
All right, we've got our cheese sauce just about mixed up. You want to go ahead and start pouring it right into our noodles?
Yep.
You
ready?
Yep.
It is hot among us.
Hoo-ha. All right, so while you're mixing that up, I'm going to start just cutting this rib meat up. All I want to do is pull the bones out of this so we can chop this up, and you can see just how tender that is. Look at that. The bone's just pulling right out of there. What's the name of that barbecue joint? Do you know? The Texas guys one?
Texas barbecue or something like that.
It's just that kind of name?
I think so.
It's an amazing food truck that's parks usually up in Port Charlotte, Florida. All right, now all I'm doing is I'm just cutting up 3 of these smaller ribs, which might be enough for that whole thing of mac and cheese. We'll see. Some of it I'm cutting into pieces, but by the way, most of it's just falling apart into little shreds like this, which is just amazing because these are so tender. You're tasting. Yeah. Cheater. Let me tell you guys why she's tasting, because we have continuous disagreements on the amount of seasoning. Apparently I'm old and more bland. She's bold and likes her seasoning.
I do.
This is a lot of rib meat. I'm going to pop this right in there. Or do you want to get a little bit of milk in there first and see how it looks?
Here, taste it. I think it needs stuff. Oops. Whoops, sorry, can't say that.
Well, I don't want to drop your eating fork over there.
Please don't. I'd probably still use it.
All right, you ready with some seasoning? We have a Worcestershire cabinet. We're not going to use the Worcestershire, and be careful when you walk.
Okay. Well, you want that on your foot?
No. We'll get it eventually. Ready?
Yeah.
Adobo.
Smells good, though.
It does. Smells good on the ground, not in our stuff here.
We're going to add it to the list, and Mom's going to be like, didn't we just buy that?
Good? Need something more.
That's good.
All right, so we think we have the right amount of seasoning because we tasted it not on camera. Now we're about to try it on camera. Well, we did it on camera. We just weren't showing you that part.
Technically, I've been tasting it all along.
It's good. You know what else would be good in that? A couple of drops of liquid smoke just to make it really smoky.
Well,
all right, that's good. And we didn't use all the ribs, so to munch on that too.
Swabby will be happy she has that dinner.
The ribs?
Yeah, since she doesn't like cheese.
What kid doesn't like cheese? What's wrong with that? Wrong, wrong, wrong to not like cheese. This is a good one. Let me show you a close-up of this. Let me navigate.
Oh, on the rug too?
Yeah, just be careful. There's little tiny bits here. The broken Worcestershire bottle. Damn it. That looks absolutely amazing. That one didn't end as neat as it started.
That's okay. Accidents happen.
You wanted to put Worcestershire in there.
Okay, we're going to have a vote. Because I know there's one guy that comments every week on your videos. I need his opinion.
Yeah, Crivets guy. Answer this question.
Do you put Worcestershire sauce in your roux when you're making it? I do.
I don't.
I think it's weird that you don't.
I think it's weird you do.
It adds extra flavor.
I agree we would add extra flavor, but I think roux is nothing but butter and flour. Or a fat and flour.
And salt and pepper to taste and Worcestershire sauce.
The W sauce?
Yeah.
Love your opinions on this. All right. Hey, safe and happy grilling, y'all. The mac and cheese with ribs is pretty doggone good. We're going to bring it in before it gets cold because then it might be gloopy.
And we're going
to clean up our Worcestershire puddle. It's in the carpet out here and everything else.
Be totally different if it was in the... Be a whole different taste method, but that's fine.
I mean, we could have scooped some up off the ground there. When I picked up that half a bottle, there was still some in the bottom of it.
Minute and a half roll. Goodbye!
Bye, y'all. Oh, good. Hey, you're still here. If you enjoyed this video, check out our entire smoking series right up here and our entire Blackstone series right there. Thanks, y'all.